In this 10th video on Step by Step into Soloing, we're going to work on bars 9 and 10 of the solo. Exciting stuff here. So let's keep going. All right. So basically what we got going on here is we're in the second position and we're starting with our fourth finger on the 10th fret on the second string. I'll just count it and play it out. We're going to play both measures. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Okay? So now I want you to notice in the first measure the swoopy line between the two notes at the end of the second beat and the third beat, and then you'll see the 2 8s on the tablature. That swoopy line is called a tie. Now you'll notice in the notation, both notes that are tied together are the same note, and that happens to be a G note right here. So when I play this on the and of 2, that swoopy line, that tie, ties it together with the third beat note. So I play it once and 3 and right? So it's held over, and that's what a tie is. It tells you play the note once, hold it for the value of the note, which is an eighth note, and then hold it for the value of the next note without playing it again. And that's a tie. Okay? So now you see one at the end of the 10th measure going into the 11th measure, which we'll cover next time. It's the same idea there. Okay, but now let me play through it now that you understand what that tie is. And here's again how it goes. 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. Okay, now you'll notice we have a transition there too. So pay attention to that. Play through both these measures, count it out, smooth it out, get it even and flowing, and remember that tie, what it means. You don't play the note again, you hold it over for the value of the next note, which is the third beat, so a whole beat and a half. Okay? Then when you're ready to continue, press play and we'll keep going. All right. You know what's happening here. We're going to play through all 10 measures. Now, I'm going to play through the 10 measures without counting out loud. So you count out loud with it, right? And see if you can keep up, okay? So 3 and 4 and okay? How did you do? That's okay. If you want, rewind, play through it again. I gave you the count in so that you would know where the 1 is. Okay? Now, here we're going to do it again. I'm going to count it out. Ready? 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 4 and okay. So again, pause the video, rewind to the first time through, and count out along with it to see if you can keep the count straight. Then play along and count along with the second version where I actually do count out loud and see if you got it all right. If you got it all right, awesome. That's the whole point. Learning to count correctly. Okay? Cool. Now, then what you got to do is play through it. All 10 measures. Count it out. Get it smooth. And when you're ready, put it to a metronome and play it 3 or 4 times with the metronome as well before continuing and restarting the video. Okay? And when you're ready, we'll keep going. Okay, so there you go. 10 bars. 2 more to go. All right? So play through this. Again, take your time. Get this right. You've been building this solo up. So what this means in the additive approach that you've been applying, the first 4 bars should just be perfect. The second 2 bars, 5 and 6, they should be really good. 7 and 8 should be getting better, and 9 and 10 now, those will be so-so. Or maybe you've got the first 6 bars really good and the next couple of bars okay, and now these 2 new bars, maybe they're better than the 6th and the 5th and 6th bar. That's okay, or the 7th and 8th bar. That's okay, right? The point is that you get the whole thing as you add on and you do this repetition. The earlier bars, you're nailing, you're getting them down. And that's the whole idea of additive. You're learning the solo incrementally so that the beginning parts of the solo now should sound really good. And the middle bits should sound fairly good. And now these new bits, depending on the complexity of them, not so much here in these 2 measures, they should come along pretty quickly. The easier the bits, the easier it is to get it up to snuff, right? So that's the whole idea of the additive. Your first half of this solo, the first 6 bars should be really well playing by now. You should have that playing very well by now, okay? And if you're not there yet, that's okay. Slow it down just a little bit and smooth it out. Fix the problem areas, right? Fix them now. Don't wait till later. And then it'll all start to really fall into place, okay? All right, just 2 more bars to go. And when we get to those bars, you can be sure we're gonna have a whole lot of fun, and we'll introduce the backing track at that point as well. So until next time, we'll be waiting for you, okay? See you there. Hi, thanks for watching. Here at Outsmart Your Guitar, we are dedicated to helping you learn, play, and grow into becoming the guitar player you desire to be. So, that subscribe button, press it and subscribe. The notification bell, press that and you'll be notified when new videos are posted. The Patreon button, that'll take you over to Outsmart Your Guitar Patreon, and you can see what we got going on there, and then subscribe and become a patron. If you don't see any of that on the screen, well, down below the video, there's the big red subscribe button on the right, and then in the description, there is a link that'll take you to Patreon, Outsmart Your Guitar, and you can check it out that way. Okay, there you go. Thanks for your time. We'll see you next time.